Hello everyone, welcome back to the GT Improvement channel. We are going to be working on some word problems that involve squares and rectangles today. So just a quick review, these are your formulas for squares and rectangles. We have perimeter equals twice the length plus twice the width, or just add all the sides. Area is length times width, and volume is length times width times height. So as we're going through these, go ahead and just pause your video once we've got a question, and then just see if you can set it up on your own and then work it out, and then unpause your video and I'll work it out with you, make sure we got the right answer. All right, here we go. Number one. Go ahead and pause your video. Okay, so this problem, Dwight and Mose have a plot of land in the shape of a square. That's important information. They plan to build a fence around the property. What is the perimeter of their land if one side measures 8 miles? My suggestion when you're doing word problems where they give you dimensions of an object is to just draw a picture, just so you can visualize it. So we have a property in the shape of a square. It says one side measures 8 miles. So if it's a square, that means that all of these measure 8 miles. And it's asking about perimeter, so all we're gonna do is add all these bad boys up. So 8 times 4, that is 32 miles. The perimeter is 32 miles. All right, go ahead and try to set up number 2. Okay, we have a rectangle now, also dealing with perimeter. So here's my rectangle. It says it measures 75 centimeters by 30 centimeters. It's asking for perimeter, and I know that the formula for perimeter is twice the length plus twice the width. So we'll call the length 75, so 2 times 75, plus 2 times, we'll call the width 30. 2 times 75 is 150. 2 times 30 is 60. 150 plus 60 is 210 centimeters is the perimeter of this object. All right, go ahead, try number 3. All right, now we are dealing with area. What is the area of a square that has one side with the length of 9 meters? Well, if this is a square, that means that all of these are 9 meters. And the formula for area is length times width. So I'm simply going to multiply 9 times 9, which is going to be 81. And since this is area, this is going to be 81 meters squared. Okay, go ahead and try number 4. All right, again, we are dealing with area, sheet of paper. We'll say that's my sheet of paper. Says the paper is 7 inches by 10 inches. Area is length times width, so 7 times 10, which is 70. And this is area, so it's 70 inches squared. All right, go ahead and try number 5. Okay, Phyllis is buying glass to fit inside a picture frame. How many square inches of glass does she need if the space in which the glass fits measures 7.5 by 7.5 inches? So if it says how many square inches, we are talking about area. Square inches is area. So it says it measures 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. So to find the area of this piece of glass, we're just going to do 7.5 times 7.5. Okay. It is 12. 5, 6, 5. Move our decimal. So you should end up with 56.25, and that is inches squared. 56.25 inches squared. Okay, last question. All right, Michael's bedroom floor measures 4.5 yards long and 3 3/4 yards wide. How many square yards of carpet will he need to buy to cover this floor? So again, we're talking about square yards. That is the key that we are talking about area. So here is Michael's floor. It is 4.5 yards wide, 4.5 yards long, 3 3/4 yards wide. So all I'm going to do is multiply these. Now, depending on what your answer choices are, you could either leave these as fractions or change them to decimals. I'm just going to change them to decimals. I think it's a little easier. 3.75 times 4.5. Done that. 28, 30, 12 plus 3 is 15. Add those guys up. 1, move your decimal. Oops, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be 16.875 yards squared. Okay? All right, hopefully you did well on those first 6 problems. We're gonna do 6 more in the next video. All right, have a great night. See you then.